Doing today? Gosh, guys, we've made it to the end of the week again already. So exciting that we can do this and live our lives and be happy, right? Right. All right, guys, we're going to jump into it today. Hey, before I get too far, remember you can win things. You can win a free one-on-one with me. All you have to do is like the video that you're watching, and you can win a free one-on-one with me. Okay? All right, guys, we're going to jump into it because I feel like I could talk all day on this subject, but I don't only want to come to you for guys for a little bit because I don't want to take up your whole day. But yesterday I talked to you guys about the recession. Guys, it's coming. It's coming, and we just need to realize this. It's coming, and it's going to get pretty tight and pretty painful for a lot of people. Okay. These are just the cold and hard, fast truths about what is going on in our world today. Okay. With our current president and government wanting to give Ukraine a bunch of money and our gas prices the way it is, it's coming. It's coming. You know, there are statistics about how fast inflation is growing. And you can find those on the internet, and you can, you can look those up, but it has increased substantially. Okay. So, guys, how frugal living tips is what I'm going to kind of talk about. I've been doing this for 25 years. Okay. This is not anything new to me. I've been living this way since my husband and I, really honestly, I have been living this way since I started making money. Okay. I have, just to kind of give you, I'm going to get personal here a little bit and give you a little backstory about me. So I have always loved horses, and horse showing was my jam. I was very fortunate. The guy that I was taught to ride under lived a half a mile away from me, and I got to go work for him, and he gave me riding lessons to do so. So basically I worked, and then he gave me riding lessons, kind of did a little bartering kind of situation, right? Then I just continued to work for him and continued to help him. And in return, if I went to horse shows with him and worked, then he would help me pay for the stall and all of that. And then I made a little money as well. Okay. Now, I'm going to tell you guys, I got paid $1.25 an hour. No, $1.50 an hour. Excuse me. I got paid $1.50 an hour. That was my first wage. Okay. And I was completely and utterly happy with that. Okay. But my mom and dad couldn't afford all the fancy clothes, all the fancy stuff that went in that. So good thing my mom is handy enough that she actually made me show clothes. Okay. And so I utilized those all the way up through pretty much college. Okay. And then I got married. And, here's the thing is neither one of us were at the time were supporting $100,000 job, to make that kind of a living, So I just learned really early on to be frugal, to be frugal with our money and to just save what we have and not always have the best of the best. So my thing is can you can be frugal and have the 5 acres that you want for your horses. You can have the horses. You just need to learn where to be frugal at and where not to be frugal at. Okay. So it may take some education on your part. Okay. It may take a little research and some education on your part on what to do. But, being frugal means that you should be able to save up to purchase that acreage and to have that horse or whatever. Okay. If we're going out and we're buying the best of everything, then the chances of, unless you have a job to support that, the chance of that happening is pretty slim. All right. And as acreage prices go up, as housing prices go up, it's become more and more evident that more money needs to be brought to the table. Right. And it's not, you guys, the second thing I have to remind you is it's not about having the best of the best. Okay. It's not about that. Okay. I have driven around with cars that I bought they were used and they were relatively cheap. Were they higher miles? Yes. My husband's a mechanic and can do some of it. So that was a great plus. So we are frugal where we can be, okay? Get your kids involved in being frugal. All right? It's not about going out to eat all the time. It's going to take some planning on your part, okay? I'm not going to lie that if you're going to be frugal and you're not going to throw money at something, it's going to take more time and effort from you. All right. So you're going to have to give up other things in order to be frugal. But if you're being frugal, that's probably okay. Right. So, I gave like my nails are done now, but only because I did them. So I gave up going and having my nails done. I don't get pedicures. I paint my own toes. Those are just some little things that I have given up that I'm just like, I don't need them. I don't need them. I don't get massages. I don't, I go to the chiropractor, but only when kind of needed. All right. So there's some things that I give up, but I don't compromise my health either, guys. I just don't. Okay. So I'm going to start diving a little deeper into all of this on what you can do to live frugal. And you would be surprised where you can cut corners. It may come down to selling that big vehicle. Maybe you have a brand new Yukon or something. Okay. It may be selling that vehicle in order for you to get something lesser that you don't have as big of a payment on. That's one way to be frugal. Okay. So, but we're going to talk a little bit more about this because I have been doing this for years. I did it all the way through my kids were growing up. And here's the thing is I got my kids involved with this. Okay. My kids know how to live frugally to an extent. They're on their own. They only have to take care of themselves right now. So they can be a little less frugal, but they're still frugal. Okay. They still know where to look for a good deal or and so on and so on. All right. So guys, I'm going to pop off. I don't want to get too far here. Just remember, we're going to be talking about this more in my free Facebook group. And I have a training that's going to be coming up, a free training that's going to be coming up for all of this. So you're going to want to be over there and learn how you can live as frugal as possible. All right. All right. Get on over there. The link is in the description. I will see you guys all on Monday. Have a